Gosh, that was probably the hardest team I've ever had to make. Having COVID on Monday, having to practice on Tuesday, the first time in a week, and just going from a really bad practice on Tuesday, an okay practice on Wednesday, all of a sudden we're racing on Thursday and being like, gosh darn it. I was like, I'm gonna pull a miracle out of my butt for Thursday or Friday. And I just came out here knowing that I was gonna be able to do it, and freaking did it.
So how's it feel to do it?
Feels really good. Of course, I wanted it to be a lot faster, but I don't care. I made the team. After coming off being sick, I can't ask for more. Was it windy? I don't know. I didn't feel. Man, all I felt was me trying to move on everybody else. So I didn't feel any wind. The first thing you gotta do is make it through USA's, and I've been watching every World Championship, and I'm like, man, I could make it in that final. I can make it in that top 3. All I gotta do is make it through USA's. Yeah, the hardest part. I was telling Charleston, you made the team now. You did the hardest part. It's over. Now that you made the Team USA, world is gonna be a piece of cake.
To that respect, you know what it was like when you made your first. To see a guy have a breakthrough like that, and obviously just to continue to fortify the relay, how special is that?
It's a good moment. It's a good feeling. I'm proud of him. And we were in every round together, and it was nothing like having that feeling like, oh shoot, here we go again, and then stepping up for the big moments. It's hard to make this team, and actually putting a race together after a bunch of consecutive weeks, that means something. So I'm proud of him.
So before the race, was that the Spirit Bomb celebration, or were you going Super Saiyan?
I was a Spirit Bomb.
Spirit Bomb, okay.
Yeah, Spirit Bomb before every finals.
I saw the tweet that says, "Don't let this man figure out the 100." What happens when Lyles figures it out?
I don't even know.
World records. World records.
How close were you to figuring it out?
Gosh, I thought I was closer when I started the season. And in my practices, I've been dropping 9.7s. But it's a lot harder when you're just kind of going back and forth between 100 and 200. But getting sick really threw me off. And then trying to do that Kingston-Paris trip, that threw a lot of stuff off. Going straight home for one day and then taking a flight to Paris. And then having like a ton of cameras in my face. I was really on. I was in an interview every hour, every day, and I wasn't getting to bed till late. And when I came back, I was like, I really need a break. And I told my coach I needed a break, and my body said it's gonna take it anyway. And that's when I got sick, I guess. And now that I got almost like a second half to the season, it's like, all right, let's get cleaning up some things. I know my body is ready and excited to get back to it. I don't think that I'm gonna have that dull moment in the middle of the season. I think it's just ready to get back after it.
You always confident you can do this, but when you had those first practices back after getting sick, any kind of doubt being like, my fitness status?
Oh yeah.
Did you think this was possible this week?
To be honest, it's faith. I cannot tell you how much faith it was. I was telling my mom a story of a story I heard in the Bible when I was a kid. And it was talking about how an angel was telling a human that he was so astonished by the faith that humans have in God, because the angel sees God every day. We don't see God, but yet we have faith that he's there. And every step of the way, I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I have faith that it's going to get done.
What did your arrangement with tracks? Like in technical races, break it down for me from start to finish. I guess creating the start, what was the best part of the race, and overall the execution.
And I truthfully had to throw away anything I was thinking about the start, because it was messing up all my races. I had to just say whatever I get is what I'm gonna work with. And I said, as soon as we get to that 20-minute or that 10-minute mark, I need to start getting nasty. I need to start throwing my feet into the ground, rebounding off, and striking back in. Started standing up, and I'd be like, all right, let's start moving on some people. My coach said I exposed my chest a little early in the race. I could have stayed in my dry phase longer, and I think that's what really was the difference between this final and the semi.
Noah, of course you're the 200 double champion, but the 100, now you're going for that gold, and the sport loves the 100, right? That's like the premier event. Do you change anything on how you're going to approach it? Not necessarily race-wise, but like perception-wise.
Mentally? Yeah, I think about that a lot, because it's not the same as the 200. Like, I have to get real aggressive, which is very weird to me. Like, early in the season, my coach is like, you got to use 100% of effort from the get-go. That's very weird to me because I'm used to the 200. And anybody who's seen my YouTube channel, when I'm breaking down the 200, I'm like, you got to finesse the 200. You know, it doesn't want to be tossed around and it doesn't want to be ripped up. You know, it wants to be finessed, it wants to be simple, it wants to be smooth. But when it's the 100, it's like, you got to be finessed, but you got to get it nasty with it, you know? And that's very weird to me because that's just not how I think about racing. You know? So it is a completely different mindset when I have to get in here.
Do you think we'll ever see, like, what's the timeline in terms of a 100-meter breakdown, how to run it on your YouTube?
First, I want to explain a lot of different things. I want to explain good and bad data. Before we get in there, I want to break down energy just distribution, and then probably a few technique videos before I really start getting into the 100. Because if I just throw people into the 100, I feel like I'm going to start talking about things that they might not understand. I'm like, I need them to understand this before I can tell you how to run it to 100.
How was the pre-game, pre-race atmosphere for you, having like the lights flickering, having YG playing on?
Not my specific song I would have chose, but I liked it. You know,
What song would you have chosen?
Walk 'em Down, the Metro Boomin and 21 Savage. Yeah.
Do you get any say in terms of what goes down in Budapest? I know Doha, they really lit things up. Like,
no, I have no say. The thing about World Championships is each individual worlds gets to decide what they want to and don't want to do. Like here last year, they gave you your medals right after the race. It's not something that now each World Championships has to do. They get to choose if they want to do that or not. I hope they keep doing it because I thought it was a lot better, you know, having that gold medal around your chest as soon as you cross the line. It gives people that identity of, oh, this man came in first, this man came in second and third, instead of having to wait for the podium, which most people don't see on TV. So I thought that was a really good idea.
Do you think Fred was watching today?
Possibly.
What do you think
Possibly.
he would think of that race, just in general?
I don't care what he thinks. I just hope he's ready when Worlds comes, because I will. It ain't gonna be this no more. It's gonna be a completely different one.
how you feel just about the team? Yourself, Charleston, Coleman, like, how you feeling about the 100-meter team, and of course, Curly?
Yeah, I'm ready to take medals. You know, consistency right here. You know, this veteran. I mean, we veterans now. That's so crazy to say. I mean, Christian veterans. We done made Olympic teams. We made World Championships. That is my third World Championship team now, which is wild for me to say. And yeah, it's legit wild. Like our first team together, we broke the 4x1 American record. And now we're going in, it's like, yo, it's time to do it again. It's time to, bring in the next guard. We were joking because we were in the call room for the finals. It's like, dang, they said, forget the pros, this is the college scene. And I was like, yeah, this is what I was thinking when I was around their age. Like, out with the old, in with the new. So I'm confident in them, though. I'm confident in us because we know what it takes when it comes to the big championships.
Tell me about that jacket you wore.